All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now, let's move on to the discussion item. This was an ordinance referral amending the calculation of prevailing setback of porches and garages, and floor area ratio. And this is sent from council to the board for compliance with the master plan, among other things. Let me ask Mr. Solo if he'd like to walk us through this and show us pictures and so on.
Thank you. If we could have the screen turned. Can you hear me okay, or did this die?
Not very well.
Thank you and good evening. What I'd like to do is give you a little bit of background. I'm going to run through a brief slide presentation to provide some of that background and walk you through the ordinance. You may remember that this past spring, both the Planning Board and Council formed a neighborhood character and zoning initiative, which was a community planning effort to address concerns raised by many residents about the impacts of home development activities on the character of their neighborhood. The goal of the initiative is to develop strategies, policies, guidelines, and regulations to shape future home construction activities so that the outcomes complement the traditional character and form of different neighborhoods. The Neighborhood Character Task Force held a series of public meetings to discuss home development activities. They had 3 specific focus groups with professionals from the area, residents, and then we invited all the boards and commissions that look at residential construction in the town to also comment. Out of that came understanding that there's a need for some short-term, mid-term, and long-term projects to address some of these concerns. What we're going to focus on tonight are some of the more immediate ones that there seemed to be consensus on. So let me give you a little bit of background. As you can see from the slide that's up there, a lot of what we heard was that the newer construction